Imagine pouring your heart, your sweat, your soul into a crowdfunding campaign, only to wake up one day feeling like everything is slipping through your fingers. Not because your idea isn't worthy, but because something invisible, something behind the scenes, is squeezing the life out of your chance before you even get started. You build trust with your backers. You fight tooth and nail to get your project noticed, but somehow the platform's invisible hand tips the scales against you. That's the harsh truth almost nobody dares to talk about. What if the very places you believe are meant to lift you up, the crowdfunding platforms, are controlled by forces more interested in controlling you than your success? This isn't paranoia. This is what's happening quietly, invisibly, right now. You see, crowdfunding platforms were supposed to democratize funding, to break down walls, to give power to creators and builders like you. But what's really going on? These platforms don't float on goodwill or pure innovation. Behind the glossy interfaces and success stories lie hidden gatekeepers, corporate boards, venture capital firms, and data-driven algorithms, who decide who gets a spotlight and who fades into shadows. The power these players hold is staggering, yet mostly invisible. Every campaign is put through filters that prioritize projects based on profit potential for the platform itself, not your vision. Algorithms decide what you see, which campaigns you hear about, even when your backers get updates. This is not freedom. This is control disguised as opportunity. For founders, this means your fate can be dictated by layers you can't even see, let alone influence. For investors, it means the projects you want to support might get buried, not because they lack potential, but because they're not aligned with the platform's profit motives. The professionals and leaders watching this space might think they understand the game, but if they fail to look behind the curtain, they are being moved like pieces on a chessboard, all while thinking they hold their own moves. The problem? The system is rigged to reward conformity, not disruption. To encourage mediocrity, not brilliance. To prioritize the predictable, not the revolutionary. The pain is real. You watch promising campaigns that dare to break norms get stuck. You hear about schemes where only projects with fat marketing budgets rise, drowning silent brilliance in noise. You feel the walls closing in when your campaign stalls, or worse, when, without explanation, your project gets demoted by an algorithm you don't control and can't fight. You feel powerless, but it's not your fault. This is a beast built on invisible rules and invisible players, operating in shadows, defended by silence and complacency. But here's the spark you need to ignite right now. This darkness is not the end. It's the beginning of truth. Because once you see that you're not choosing a platform, but being chosen by the platform, your whole strategy shifts. The power doesn't have to live behind closed doors. The gates are not meant to be permanent prisons. The solution lies in understanding the real architecture of control so you can break through, reclaim your autonomy, and build on a foundation you actually control. Step 1. Realize that no platform, no matter how hyped, is a neutral space. Start interrogating the incentives behind every feature, every policy, every algorithm. Who benefits when your campaign is favored or punished? Who loses? Transparency is rare, but your skepticism must be relentless. Don't trust the surface narrative of "we empower creators" without demanding to know how and why some creators gain an audience while others vanish. Step 2. Refuse to build all your hopes into a single platform's ecosystem. Founder, investor, visionary, your power comes from diversity and independence, not from plugging in and submitting to a closed system. Use each platform as one tool among many in a wider network. Build your own channels where you control the reach and message. Own your audience, your data, your brand. Platforms should be bridges, not cages. Step 3. Align deliberately with real people. Not just passive backers or faceless digital crowds, but the few who see what you see, who burn as you do, who reject the calm conformity and want something real. This is not about mass appeal. It's about creating a fiercely connected ecosystem where every participant is a spark, not a statistic. Together, these few can amplify each other, overcome algorithmic silos, and make the system irrelevant. Step 4. Invest your patience. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Changing the game means outlasting the short-sighted noise, the quick hacks, the platform trends. Build trust slowly, grind relentlessly, and keep your fire alive while the world sleeps. The long game favors those who refuse to bend under pressure or distractions. And finally, remember this. You are not a product for platforms to monetize. You are a sovereign creator, a deliberate force with a voice, and will beyond any algorithm or corporate mandate. The moment you own this truth is the moment you stand free within merciless, cloaked systems. You might feel alone fighting the invisible walls around crowdfunding now, but you don't have to be. There are others, rare, disciplined, rebellious, waiting to form bonds that shatter platform control. The future belongs to those who reject comfort, who scorn the status quo, who burn rather than bend. To the founders, investors, leaders watching this right now desperately wanting change, the power to dismantle this unseen control is in your hands. It's about going deeper than funding numbers, deeper than smooth marketing, to the core of sovereignty, to how you connect, how you question, how you persist. Crowdfunding was never meant to be a game controlled by hidden masters. It was meant to fuel new realities. But the world has no space for the exceptional unless those exceptional carve it out themselves. So break free from the illusion that platforms decide your fate. Refuse to play by their covert rules. Burn through the noise and misalignment. Build your own autonomous networks of trust and impact. This is the rallying cry for those who feel it. A tension inside that says you were born for more than borrowed lives and empty promises. It's the call to reject passive acceptance and to rise as architects of your own reality. The system will try to comfort you with easy lies, but your fire will only grow when you refuse to be comforted. See through the control. Understand how it works. And then use that knowledge to become unstoppable. Because true freedom doesn't live in platforms or protocols. It lives inside the relentless, unleashed individual, and the fierce few who connect like them. The question is not who controls crowdfunding platforms, it's who controls you. And the answer is, you can take that power back, starting now.